The best chart is an unbalanced deficit to GDP. This is a great chart and a great history on radio back to the time of LBJ and Richard Nixon. Down we go, twin deficits, ugly, the Clinton surplus, rollover in the crisis to a massive deficit. The ginormous recovery we've seen is deficit to GDP, and we roll over. Libby Cantrill, that's the vector, that's the new vector here. Where is the tip point for the people Pimco listens to and that Pimco studies for deficit to GDP? Is it 4%? Is it 5%? Or do we start sweating at 6%?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't think we have one single number. Now, certainly, if we look at this administration, I think there was an expectation that we actually might be getting some fiscal expansion. We might be adding to that deficit. You saw that back in the sort of the back end of the yield curve right after the election. I think that's kind of expectations for that have come down significantly because I think that people are much more skeptical that that's actually going to happen. So the deficit in terms of percentage of GDP might actually stay right around where it is, I think, sort of despite expectations.
Address for our audience one of the debates of 2017, which is the bashing of the fortress of Orzag, Elmendorf, of Alice Rivlin, and that is a congressional budget office. I think everyone knows I really believe in CBO work. Do you?
Yes, absolutely. And I think that members of Congress, this is their sort of political expediency. Sometimes they really do believe it when it supports their thesis, and other times they don't. I think that the general view on the Hill, though, is that the CBO does the best they can. They have very talented people, and that it is sort of the credible umpire, so to speak, in terms of scoring. So I think that's sort of the general view on the Hill, despite some of the political comments.